Hello, friends. Yankee Jeff. It's not your fault. Thanks for tuning in tonight to my recovery and enabling and codependency channel. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if I'm doing a good job or not, because I really want to try and help some people. That's my only job. My only job in life, besides the actual one that pays me, is to make sure that people get the help they need by whatever information I can possibly get out that might help somebody. Remember, the only initials after my name, there's no DR or PhD or anything like that after my name. The only initials after my name are BTDT. Been there, done that. Let's go ahead and like right now, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if I'm doing a good job. Opioid crisis, the war on opioids in this country. I'm going to give you guys some statistics. Okay, maybe this will still kind of give you guys some perspective on what's going on in the United States. In World War I, Great War, they called it. 116,516 casualties, American casualties. World War II, 405,399 American casualties. Korea, 36,574. Vietnam, 58,220 casualties. Desert Storm, 294. Afghanistan, 2352. And in Iraqi freedom, 4492. So that total is 623,847 Americans who lost their lives in events designed to take life. So in 7 declared wars, big wars, 623,847 people passed away, were killed. Horrible tragedies, all of them. Again, this is a war situation designed to take the life of your enemy, and their job was to take the lives of us. And they succeeded on many cases. And to put that in perspective, since 2000, so less than 25 years, opioids have taken 675,125 lives in this country. Just this country. 675,125 people who lost their lives due to opioid overdoses. I'm just stunned. In the last year alone, just fentanyl, over 100,000 in 2024. I don't have the words. I really don't. I did a video a while back on fentanyl and how it gets here. Of course, the majority of the chemicals are made in China. 89% of that, so almost 90% again, of the chemicals are brought to the southern border by the Mexican border and distributed, put together, and made. And the reason why they don't put it together early is because it has a very long shelf life. Same with methamphetamine. It's manufactured and brought to the southern border and given to our populace. And obviously, it's done a hell of a job of taking almost a little over 500,000 people are gone because of these drugs. One could say that if you just closed the southern border, a lot of this would stop, and it has. I mean, our southern border is now 99% closed, which is a wonderful thing. What that means is that the drug manufacturers and these drug pushers, all they're going to do is try and find different ways to get it here to the country. I mean, they're going to try and get their product to their customers. And they're doing things like they're building little miniature submarines, bringing it off the coast, airplane drops, etc. But the most successful way is bringing it across the southern border. Unfortunately, the border's been closed. Maybe that'll make a difference. We'll see. But let's get into the crux of the matter. The crux of the matter is, if there wasn't such a high demand for this product, there wouldn't be so many deaths. There wouldn't be so much of it coming in this country. There wasn't so many people who wanted it. And any good product representative, for lack of a better term, when they have a product that they know is a good product that they want to go ahead and try and get people to enjoy and covet and want more of, is they'll bring it in and they'll very low price, and they'll get people all jacked up about it and interested in it and liking it so much, and they'll go ahead and raise the price up. But people will still try to find ways of getting it. And that may be crime, that may be prostitution, that may be embezzling, any number of ways to try and get that money to get to feed their drug habit. I think if this country was really serious about fixing the drug problem in this country, it would close the southern border, that's good. It's been done. But the second thing is, we don't need to put people who are hooked on drugs in jail. We need people who are hooked on drugs or have drug problems in hospitals. They belong in institutions that are strictly built on and made for dealing with drug addiction or any kind of addiction, alcohol, etc. To put an addict in a prison system, which is not at all equipped to deal with somebody who's addiction. They have counselors and they have AA groups and stuff like that, but hardcore treatment of hardcore addicts should be left to a treatment facility and not to a regular hospital either. They're not designed to fix or help people with addiction. This country The United States of America is the richest country in the world. Could be richer. They got those taxes down. But if we were to take the money that we waste on garbage, war machines for other countries, stupid programs, pork barrel projects, these senators and representatives up in DC, they get these lobbyists who say, if you get me some money from my pet project over here in Bolivia, or, bridge to nowhere over in this state or whatever like that, they get a little kickback, a little action on the side. And before you know it, you got people making $100,000 a year, but somehow they're worth $25 million after a couple of years in office. How is that possible? Well, we all know that's possible. Hopefully they're going to fix that too. But if we could figure out how to fine tune the spending in this country to stop wasting it on places that doesn't belong, how many treatment facilities, how many detox facilities could $100 billion make in this country? How many could it build in this country? $100 billion. Think about that for a second. Instead of sending it overseas to kill, how about we keep it here to heal? What a crazy, crazy concept, isn't it? I don't know. I don't want to get crazy here and off on a rant, but I'm just saying to you right now is we need a better job. It doesn't matter what your political beliefs are, independent, Democrat, Republican, I don't care. But somebody needs to fix this. Somebody needs to fix it. Nobody seems to want to do anything because there's a lot of free labor coming across the southern border. Well, that's been fixed. Hopefully it'll stay that way. But now we got to take and get ahead of the game, because these people are going to try and figure out some other way to get it here. And we have to figure out a way to try and, the people that are sick, the people that are needing the drugs, and the addicts themselves, they don't want to be addicts anymore. They want to be better. Okay. We have to get these people off of the addiction, get them off the horse. Okay. Because that's the situation in this country, is we have too many people who want it. Get them off the want, and that'll stop the flow in. It's not difficult to figure out, people. It really isn't. Remove the need and you'll remove the greed. And the greed is everyone's got their hands out in this system. As opposed to giving addicts methadone, Suboxone, how about we just get them off the drugs? Instead of giving addicts out in California clean heroin needles so they can shoot their heroin, how about we build a treatment facility and get them off the streets and help them? We have the money. This country has the money. Pardon my language, pisses it away. It does. It drives me insane. When I see all these people in this country that are needing help, but all the governments do in this country, all the state governments do is just keep on feeding their addiction. What are you, out of your mind? How are you helping that person? You're not helping that person. How you help somebody is to get them off the drugs or the alcohol. And we can do that if we focused our attention on it better. I don't know. It makes me depressed. It makes me angry. It makes me sad. But something has to be done. We're losing our population. We're losing our youth. We're losing our future. And it's an American problem. I've been all over the world. Okay, a lot of my clients are people from all over the world. And this is an American problem. Yeah, there's drug use in overseas and stuff like that, but not to this extent. We're the only idiots who will allow it. And in many cases, I'm even going to say they forward it and they champion it and they push it. Sad. A lot of these cities and states, they get money for as many people as they can say are addicts in their state, so they can get a bunch of government funding. And it's sad because it shouldn't be that way, right? I'm just saying, let's get ahead of the problem. Let's get ahead of the problem. Let's make it better. Okay. God bless you guys. Keep coming back. It works if you work. Let it begin with you. And by all means, say a prayer for the prayerless. It does work, guys. It does work. Let's try and get this situation under control, because we're losing our future. We are, one person at a time. 675,000 just in the last 25 years. What's it going to be 5 years from now? 1.5 million? Well, if we don't get a hold of it. Okay, guys. Pressing video, but needed to be said, okay? God bless you guys. Talk to you soon.